looking for an aesthetic, Instagram-worthy 9 to 5 day in the life, you aren't going to find it here. There are no perfectly curated matching sets, no flawless morning sunlight hitting an immaculate kitchen, and honestly, most mornings I'm just trying to figure out how I've blinked and it's already 6 a.m. The reality is, balancing a demanding professional career with a house to keep up, animals to care for, and a commitment to staying healthy means my mornings are less about aesthetic and a lot more about execution on my priorities. It looks like throwing on a hoodie to feed the horses before the sun is fully up, and standing over the stove prepping a high-protein breakfast while still half awake. But it also looks like showing up for myself in my home gym before the workday even begins, because I've learned that protecting my personal goals is the only way to survive the corporate grind without completely burning out. This is the raw, unedited reality of a productive corporate work week. It's busy, it's chaotic, but it's real. Welcome to a day in the life. Just headed out for work this morning. I have about a 25-minute commute, so it's not bad, and it's all on rural roads, so it's pretty chill, and I actually kind of enjoy it. Work today, though, is like the beginning of a new chapter, I feel like. Friday was the last day for one of our partners. One of the two partners retired, and quite a few of his clients got transferred to me. And yeah, I feel like it's just, I'm not getting promoted to partner, but I just feel like I'm having to step into that role a lot more now that he's gone. And it's just, I feel the weight of that. It feels like a lot. And I definitely deal with imposter syndrome at my job, just not thinking that, I don't know, I don't have what it takes to fill that role in an accounting firm, be the go-to person for people for their accounting needs, all of that stuff. But yeah, today is day one of that, so we'll see how it goes. Monday is usually kind of a mixed bag. We have our 9 a.m. workflow meeting to make sure everyone has enough work for the week, that they're not having issues with anything, and then yeah, it's kind of a mixed bag on what Monday will bring for the rest of the day. So I'm gonna head out and see what the day brings. Just finished up my last client call of the day, and I feel like I've got nothing done today. Like, my morning was mostly admin stuff, getting people set up for the week, and we did some like more admin team meetings to go over a few things. And yeah, I feel like I've got nothing done. I came into today with so much to do. I got nothing done. And yeah, with the weather being what it is, it's very, very rainy out. I just want to like cuddle up on the couch and watch like Madagascar or something, or like The Lion King, and just have a nap. But we have less than 3 hours to go actually, and then we can go home. So pray for me that these 3 hours go by very, very fast. Alright, so I just got back home from work. overwhelming day. We'll just put it that way. Typically what I do when I get home from work on like a regular day like today, I get home, change into my barn clothes, and go outside and work my horse Diesel. Today, however, it has been pouring rain all day. It is still pouring rain. I don't expect him to work in the rain, so I'm gonna go out there, give him his supper, and then just tuck him in for the night and call it good on his end. Typically, I haven't been doing a whole lot with him anyways, if I'm completely honest. I haven't been riding. My husband requested that I not ride while I'm pregnant, so I've respected his wishes. And honestly, at this point, I'm not sure I would be comfortable riding, even though Diesel is super safe. I just don't feel like, my body doesn't feel the same right now. We'll stay on the ground. And that's what I've been doing, is a lot of, honestly, just hand walking him out in the pasture. And I feel a little bit like I'm wasting a good horse, but it kind of just is what it is. So we're not gonna hand walk today. I do wanna go for a walk though, just with my day feeling a bit overwhelming. I feel like I just need that decompression time, or just whatever I get out of walking. I feel like I really need that this afternoon, but I'm gonna get wet if I do that. So, and I don't have a treadmill or anything to walk inside, and honestly, that feels like torture walking on a treadmill. So I think I'm going to sacrifice myself, get a little wet in the name of getting a walk. Because honestly, like sitting at a desk, I have, what do we have? We have, a little over 2,000 steps for the day. I would like to get more. So we're gonna put a coat on, put a hood on. I've got sweatpants on, and yeah, I will get a little bit wet, but I think I need that today. So let's head outside. I lasted like all of a little better than 20 minutes out there, and my pants are soaked, my feet are soaked. Diesel's fed, got a little bit of a walk, got a little bit of fresh air. We're back inside. Typically, when it's nicer out, I would spend anywhere from like an hour to an hour and a half at the barn, doing chores, working my horse, whatever I have going on. Then I come back inside and I make lunches for myself and my husband for the next day, and I make supper. So that's what we're gonna do now. I do meal prep my lunches on the weekend for work, but my husband, he's just kind of like a sandwich, granola bar kind of guy. So I make that for him. And I also take overnight oats to work. So that's what I'm gonna make now. So I thought I would show you guys how I make my overnight oats, because they are so delicious and I just need to share because they're just... So I've been making overnight oats for ever, it seems like, and I honestly don't get sick of it just because there's so many variations you can make with it. I use all kinds of fruit. In this instance, I'm using pineapple, but you can use berries. I put mango, and I usually use frozen fruit for the most part. And then of course the protein powder adds a different element too. Lately I've been using birthday cake, but I've used more like chocolate flavors and cookies and cream. Like, it makes it any kind of flavor that you want. One other thing that I find makes mine extra decadent is I use 10% milk fat yogurt. Obviously I'm not trying to lose weight right now, and the 10% plain Greek yogurt that I buy is so delicious, makes it so creamy, it's so good. I also add some ground flax to it that I grind just before I need it, and I use unsweetened almond milk as well. And yeah, I put it in the fridge overnight. I take it to work with me every day that I go to work, and like I said, I don't get sick of it because there's endless combinations that you can make. One thing that I've been doing lately is, aside from fruit, I also buy just plain canned pumpkin and put it in it, and it's really good too. So I'll leave my recipe on the screen in case you guys are interested in making it. I highly recommend. You may need to play with the consistency a bit depending on what kind of fruit you're using, what kind of protein powder, some mix differently. But yeah, highly, highly recommend. It is the next day. I just got home from work, and before I wrap up this video, I just wanted to chat quick about 9 to 5 routines and stuff like that. Recently, I was watching a video by one of my favorite YouTube creators, and she was talking about how she was just really upset about how her 9 to 5 was getting in the way of her being able to do all the habits and routines that she ideally would be doing on a regular basis. And I can definitely resonate with feeling upset about that. Obviously, I have a 9 to 5, and I have definitely felt the restriction that comes with that. Obviously, a 9 to 5 takes up a lot of time from just being at the office, commuting, all that stuff. It takes a lot of time. And yes, there are days, there are more often than not, when I don't get everything done in a day that I would like to get done. So I can definitely resonate with her and understand where she's coming from in being upset about that. At the same time, I'm almost wondering if she's been just consuming a bit too much social media content in that like routine, self-improvement kind of space, because it is very, very easy to watch like morning routines, fitness routines, like anything in that genre, and start feeling like your life's not good enough, and like, why can't I have routines like this person? Why can't my life look like that? It's very easy to forget that a lot of people who produce content like that maybe don't have children, or don't have a spouse, or don't even have a 9 to 5. Like, they are full-time influencers, and it is literally their job to film the perfect morning routine. Even if that morning routine takes the entire day. It's really important to keep that in mind and remember that not everything is what it seems on social media. And yes, like if I think about my own life, there are definitely things that I wish were different. Things would look completely different if I didn't have a 9 to 5. But that's not how the world works. Like, I have to have a 9 to 5 job in order to survive in this world. The thing is, I prioritize what's important to me. That's taking care of my health, spending time with my husband, like those sorts of things. I make sure that I do make time for that. And the other stuff, yeah, more often than not, I do not have time for, I don't know, the journaling, the reading, whatever it might be. But there are some days, you know, I'll find some free time in my day or in my week, and that's when I do those things. So I might be super inconsistent with those things, but at least I do get to take part in those things from time to time. It's just not ideal or not social media perfect. So kind of just wanted to just put that out there. Obviously, if you've watched this video, my 9 to 5 and like my routine surrounding my 9 to 5, it's not glamorous. It's very much just getting done what I need to get done and prioritizing things like eating healthy, working out, while also working within the confines of, hey, I need to be away from the house, working for someone else for a good chunk of my day. And that's just the way it is at this point in my life. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Because we are brand new here on YouTube, if you could do me a huge favor and like this video and subscribe to the channel, I would be very much appreciative of that. And we will see you next time. Bye.